It's that time of year again for the annual COEX Character Licensing Fair 2025. Just to see Choirock and a few other independent ventures. Oh, there's also a Bandai Fun Expo going on there. I might check that out later. Right in front is the Choirock booth with a poster of several of their recent franchises, current and past. Yeah, of course there's a bit of long lines. Let me just head around to the side. On the outside wall are their recent Transformers imports, including Devastator and the Constructicons. Oh, I see they use long haul for their leg substitution. Nice illusion of all of them, thinking there's all 6 of them, but no, just only the current 4. Who knows when the others will come. And then Soundwave and G2 Grimlock are coming next month, but they didn't announce Skybite yet. I'm assuming he's going to be imported in September. As with Excellion, I thought only Sideways would come, but there's Shockwave and Jazz and Red Alert and a display of Wheelie and Brainstorm and Brains of their own. Did it come like that in the packaging? And here are the refined Carbots, the original very first Carbots, redecoed and slightly retooled even further with different headlights. I'm assuming that's the same mold, but just with different headlights, slightly different. Oh, and Ace has a silver face. I didn't know that. I thought it was just gonna be white. And Mighty Guard All-Star, which is the retooled Mighty Guard axe in the original Mighty Guard colors. Okay, why? I guess just to run that mold again, just the newer mold this time, just to sell that ever-popular toy again. Down here is the refined Pentastorm, which still uses the 2020 facelift mold, with new dandy colors, new symbols for Thrawn, Ace, and Storm, and a thicker face. He looks like a heavily armored Pentastorm. And refined Dandy and Sky with their new headlights, color, and head. Nice color mix-up for orange and red Dandy. And now for the brave new sneak peek of Grand Carbot GX, the gray prototypes. Grand Carbot Axe, the X-Fighter, and there's Carbot Axe as a mini car, a transformable one. You can see the sheer scale they're gonna go with the axe train next to it. Who knows where Carbot Axe is hiding inside that big chest. And there's Cannon Axe. I can see there is a face behind that big blue visor. I thought he would just have a big mono screen eye. And an indeterminate flying alternate mode, as brave robots tend to be. Colored and painted. A recently released hide, reviews incoming. And Carbot Axe. And a new limited black edition. In a sinister black and golden red color scheme with Hyde's cape. I wonder what venue they're gonna sell this at. Another pop-up store event? New Mecard series Mega Volcano shooter that also dumps a whole bunch of rings and land lifter. Little guy mounting a big shooter. And Thanatos Magnum, the transforming figure that will be the most interesting for Transformer collectors. And there's the Legacy Griffins, although I think that is mistransformed there. Oh, some tournament exclusive Evans in gold, silver, and bronze. These ought to be rare collectibles that only elementary and middle schoolers can get. Cherish these. And the new public reveal of Phoenix Man with a full toy display. The original Korean Gridman. First we have Stom, a motorcycle and a sidecar that becomes armor. That looks like a basic articulated figure. And Sty, a rainbow-colored hover bike that becomes this round armor. That's a very kiddish kind of style, but he has tools. Exterion, where he combines with an aircraft carrier, a helicopter, and a jumbo airliner. And Blaker, where he combines with a dozer with drills. Yeah, so this is like Ultraman or Gridman for the little tykes. Just big chunky vehicles to combine with and to get really into that kind of play. Oh, there's a bit of a story teaser there. And they're showing the trailer here before any online upload. So the basic story is Phoenix Man is also Shazam. Well, he'll be fighting an evil maestro. Well, that's an interesting choice for our first villain, but yeah, it looks like it's gonna be shaping up to be colorful. Like, I think in the age range between the intended Hello Carbot and Mecard audience. The W Baba animation is still looking very good, and this looks to be the first ever modern original Korean Ultraman or Gridman inspired series with the domestic guarantee of a presence of a toy line. Now to quick review Mecard God Bat that I missed from the previous event. The familiar bonnet and hood flip over transformation. bat can flap. Oh, his head gem, of course, was really scratched off, and of course he can shoot. And then let me bring in Drago. I think it's kind of jammed there. Let me just get a ring. Yeah, like that. Yeah, he's a tiny little dino thing. Nom nom. And then you can spring like that. Oh, how am I forgetting it? How am I also forgetting there's already a ring in there? Oh, he can also shoot upward. Yeah, so those are the two antagonistic new Mecardos of this series. Who knows when I'll see the others for display play, like what other new characters they have up cooking for while this lasts. Now let's see what they're selling here. This is the first place where Choirock is selling their July Transformer imports, and at a discount from the eventual online retail price. Of course the Constructicons are the hotcake sellers. A whole shelf of Shockwaves, and of course Bullseye Perceptor sold out. They're calling it Bullseye, I guess, because Target exclusive. Plenty of Bone Crushers, not many Scrappers. Red Alert, woo 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 woo! Alchemist Prime, and Sideways, exclusive to Walmart in the US. Glad I can get that. And ROTB Optimus is not as popular as he once was, and a nice restock of the exclusive Space Boys. Plenty of Mecard God, including these Dino Mecard crossovers. The starter sets, the Mega Volcano, and Rapid Fire, and Evan, and Mune, and exclusive Evan, limited edition. I'm assuming that's only going to be sold here in other offline events. Let's compare what's different. Oh, I see the torso area has actually back metal chrome, and sparklies all around, I guess. Maybe there's glitter in that clear plastic. Yeah, so this is the regular retail price, and the normal Evan is at a discounted price. So I gotta pick up one of these. There's not much Hello Carbot here, just the little Carbots at a more reasonable price at this discount, I guess. And the new Carbot Axe and Hide. And Jellies. Oh, and then they crashed a business seminar at the Korea Character Licensing Con nearby. Yeah, this is really more for business networking, but there was Hasbro there. I just thought I could take a listen to see what sort of marketing ideas or licensing strategies they all have laid out. Also, now I have learned of the existence of Transformers Evergreen Energon Growable Sponges, I guess, and Planet Mobiles, and Transformers Yoga Sets. I didn't get a picture of that, but it exists. Gonna speedrun and see if there's any other toy exhibitors around here. Oh, there is Hit Racers from Lotus. Yeah, I think they were first revealed in October of last year, and now we finally have some toys on display. So like remote control slot cars. The names are Green Fury, Burst Monster, Rabbit Blow, Firestorm, Blitz, Stardust, Mega Wing. Yeah, all different types of controllers. Yeah, it's not just a copy and paste remote controls for all of them. Yeah, so there's a test track here, and the first thing you do is sync up with the correct color lights, and there are different ways to charge this thing. Yeah, so each controller has a red light that when you fully charge it up. Yeah, because this one you have to keep pressing that button. You just all the way up there, and then there's an extra button to activate a turbo boost that apparently makes the car go a bit faster than its normal speed, and also makes it go. And off to the races. Yep, I'm just really pumping this thing. Just pump then boost. I know it's hard to see from this angle whether that purple monster is going faster. Yeah, but I guess the idea is, to catch up and crash him off the course. So I won. That's a real monster. Okay, now I'm gonna pair it up with a different kind of controller. I guess the gamer mouse. Yeah, this one's activated by scroll wheel. And then, I guess press that charge when that light goes up. Just press that side button. Yeah, so different types of controllers for different kids' hand comfortable grip styles, I guess. But this is not very comfortable because What kind of madman am I just using the other hand to click the mouse? I think this mouse is just too small for big man hands, and that activation turbo button is just not in the most optimal place. It should be all the way up like a regular mouse, but look at me just trying to scroll it with a thumb. Yeah, this should be like an optimal gamer mouse for driving a car, but you know, look at me how I'm awkwardly handling this thing. But regardless of that, I think I'm catching up. I'm gonna crash that other car off the course. Another victory. Yeah, this is certainly an ambitious take for slot cars, like a different variety of activation. I guess this girl's cell phone is like an auto charging, so I guess this is easier for girls, I guess. So I don't know, there's something here. There's like really some potential here. Just, you see all the different kind of controllers, like each character informing, like, I guess like 2 different type of girls. Like you could just have a controller that you could shake to turbo boost. I guess it's gonna take a long time to recharge for each of these. I guess they should generally be about the same time if you're good at it. Yeah, so personally, you see that game joystick controller that we think, I think that's the best one in my opinion, because you just toggle around the joystick to activate it. But you also have different options like a spinner wheel, super spinner wheel, then there's a button under there to activate it once you get all 3 lights. I think that's Monster's spinner activated controller actually, because it's purple. But yeah, I guess kids could have different fidgeting styles for the things they want to keep charging up. So I guess a kid, you know, can choose the one they like the most and then leave the other ones like low ranking in the dust, like just to be the least used and the most show forming. We'll just have to see if kids like this virtual reality video game animated series when this releases in October and the toys release a month earlier in August or September according to them. That's gonna be airing in August or September according to them. And then the toys will be released around in October by Juyong. Yeah, so nice to see some more indie Korean toy companies really innovating with all sorts of unique toys. There's a noticeable fewer number of exhibitors and booths at this year compared to last year. And also a concerning lack of the Young Toys Village. Just Young Toys was not here at all. I guess their events were already covered with the pop-up store events, the various ones in May. So I guess they feel like they didn't have the budget or the need to come to COEX here, but it's a little disappointing. But at least Tobot Tetran won the 11th Korea Toy of the Year award. It really sold during the Christmas season. And it joins Triton in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, this is literally all the Tobot rep here for this year. At least the less exhibits are in part due to the board game con that's taking up the entire B-Wing. Yeah, so a bit of a shakeup, but there are more interesting things to show and sell, like the Warhammer games. Yeah, I guess I'm not really interested in the board games, but I am kind of interested in, you know, modeling and miniatures. Just like the design process, just the tools that could be used to make those. Like, if there's these Warhammer figurines, then I guess there are the paints. Yep, there are some paints. Yeah, and some painted miniatures on display, and like, it's an example of the workspace. Is there the infamous Games Workshop Gray here? Well, there's a whole bunch of Chaos Black paint sprays. Yeah, I guess between Tamiya and now this is an also additional possible paint source if I can find where these sell online in Korea. There's so many interesting board games, just too many like to count, and also playing in real time. Oh, but there's a Blokees. Yep, that's the most toyish thing in this section. Just the Marvel ones for the full-size ones, but just the Series 2 and 3 for the Galaxy Defender TV style. And the Minion ones. And the Naruto ones. Oh, this is a marble block set, like a marble runner. Yeah, it looks like this is a made in Korea Lego compatible roller coaster set in case you want to make marble courses. The company is called the Goonies. Yeah, I actually might decide to buy this thing. Oh, I just had to come back later to see a full restock. now I can get Ram Horn with a Rat Bat and Perceptor accessory. At this point, you can expect that Coex's annual KCLFs are like just for Choirock because they fund a big portion of this thing. And you get to see some of the other prominent Korean franchise holders and license holders in rotation. It didn't feel like there was as much on the franchise side, but there were more on the board game side, and I guess there are a few IPs, the famous ones I was expecting, but didn't show up here, so it's nice to see some sort of rotation variety, but also a little disappointing when some don't show, like, it seems like they dropped out. Or just went on to better things, but otherwise, you know, this is still, like, a great exhibition, as always, to see what you expect to. Sometimes, like, pick up a few merch and participate in the social media events to get some free swag. I didn't get as much swag, but I still got some swag. Plus, there was a 45th anniversary Gunpla Expo right next to it, so I took a look here just to see, like, an interesting timeline of stuff. It's like, since 1980 you have these model kits, for instance. I guess 1998 is when they introduced the Perfect Grade as a total noob, just then mega-sized models. Yeah, if I had the time, I guess I would edit all of this footage like I did last year, but I have a whole bunch of stuff to review, so I guess I'm just gonna throw it all together, unedited mostly, and like one music track. Eventually, maybe I have to make it, maybe I'll put the raw footage on Patreon so you can see that first if you're really interested. But otherwise, this was another fun one. I actually bought the most from this year than previous years just because this was the first ever Coex and Korean convention of sorts to actually have Transformers, thanks to Choirock. So, there are more good reviews of the way. I'll be able to review those great prototype toys in the upcoming months. So, thanks for watching to the end, and I will be here to see how far Choirock goes for 2026. Like whether it's Phoenix Man Season 2, if it really takes off, or the next wave of Transformer imports. And to discover and rediscover all of these very innovative Korean franchises. These countless Korean franchises.